Have you ever felt like you're sprinting as fast as you can just to stay in the same place? Well, if you have, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dig into this powerful idea that maybe, just maybe, to actually get ahead, we need to slow down. This quote from horticultural consultant Graham Farrar, man, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what he calls the modern trap. You know that feeling of just constant, high-speed effort that doesn't lead to success, but just burnout? Yeah, that feeling. I bet a lot of us know exactly what he's talking about.
So, how do you get out of this trap? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in how you think, moving away from this idea of big and fast and towards something inspired by nature itself, small and slow.
Okay, so check this out. The contrast here is just wow. On one hand, you've got the 2012 mindset, which is all about brute force, right? More hours, high pressure fixes, basically just burning the engine until there's absolutely nothing left. But then look at the 2026 mindset. It's not about force, it's about being smart. Better systems, small, steady improvements. And, this is key, actively charging your battery. It's a total shift from working harder to working smarter. So, this all begs a pretty big question, right? If sprinting just leads to burnout, is there a more natural, a more effective way to actually grow and get things done? Well, it turns out the answer is resounding yes. And the solution, believe it or not, comes from nature. Think about it. Nature doesn't sprint, it grows. And its secret isn't speed, it's something way, way smarter: placement. And this is where we get to the core idea. It's called relative location. It's a simple but really profound concept from permaculture. Basically, the whole goal is to design your environment, your desk, your kitchen, even your computer desktop, so that doing the right thing becomes the easiest thing to do, the path of least resistance. Let's look at a really clear example. On the left, just imagine someone having to trudge back and forth from a tool shed that's way over there to their garden. So much wasted time and energy. But on the right, the tools are stored right next to the garden bed. The workflow is seamless. That's it right there. You're not wasting energy on the getting ready to work. You're just working. And this same idea applies perfectly to our digital lives. Oh man, we've all been there, right? That cluttered desktop where finding one single file takes like 5 minutes of clicking through folders. That's what you would call wasted mental travel. Now just imagine a clean workspace where everything you need for the day is right there. The goal's the same: make the right thing easy. So here's the bottom line. Every time you have to hunt for a file or walk to that distant shed, you're draining your personal battery little by little. By being smart about where you put things, you stop those slow leaks and you keep that battery charged for the stuff that really matters. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Let's get practical with a super simple framework you can start using today. It's a simple 3-2-1 action plan. We're going to look at 3 filters to check your pace, 2 key areas to apply these ideas, and then pinpoint one small, easy win to focus on. First up, the 3 filters. Before you jump into a task, just do a quick pace check. Ask yourself, am I using fast energy, like burning out, or slow energy, something sustainable? Is this pace actually good for my mental health? And am I being fair with my energy, or am I just borrowing it from my future self? Look, this isn't about feeling guilty. It's about staying on a path you can actually maintain. So where do you start? Focus on 2 zones. Zone 0 is your immediate workflow, your desk, your computer. Zone 1 is your home, your kitchen, your garden, the path you walk every day. Just pick one thing in each spot that feels inefficient or too far away and move it closer. So what's the big payoff here? Well, what you're doing is you're trading that endless cycle of burnout for a system of genuine, sustainable growth. And this quote, this is really the whole thing right here. Sprinting is all about spending energy. You're using up everything you have. But moving slowly and deliberately, that's about building your energy. By making these small, smart changes, you actually create a surplus of energy, time, and focus. And let's be clear, this is not about being lazy. Not at all. It's the complete opposite. You stop wasting all that energy on a machine that's just spinning in place. And instead, you start investing that same energy into planting seeds that, over time, will grow into something massive and lasting. And that leaves us with this final, kind of paradoxical thought to chew on. It seems totally counterintuitive, doesn't it? But by embracing a smaller, slower, more intentional approach, you might just find you accomplish more than you ever did while sprinting.